Hi everybody, it's Lisa Babiak, Living Fully Balanced. It's kind of hard to believe we're outside. I'm in Minnesota right now, and we only have 60 more days left of the year. So hard for me to wrap my head around that because the weather today does not feel like we are early November. And because of that, it almost feels unreal, like the year's gone so fast. And I hear clients of mine saying, I don't want to continue coaching for the next 2 months. It's going to be too busy. I'll catch up with you in January. I'm wondering if you're starting to feel that way too with some of your goals. Like maybe your goals didn't get met by now, and you're thinking, ugh, if they didn't get met by now, I'm certainly not going to get to them this season. It's too busy. I'll take care of it next year. I'll put it on my goal list for 2017. And I want to urge you to change that mindset. You have the opportunity to actually finish this year strong. We've got 60 days. What are we going to do with it? You could have the, ugh, to heck with it mentality and work on it tomorrow or next month or in 2 months. Or you could follow a simple strategy. This is my simple strategy to finish strong even when I'm feeling like I'm off my game. Even if I feel like I've been off track for too long and I can't get back on, this is a simple strategy to get back on track, to get the most out of the time you have. So when I look at this time of the year, I think, sweet, there is a definitive end, and I can really ramp things up because I've got 60 days. What do you want to do with it? You could spend 60 days overwhelmed, eating whatever you want to because the treats are out, the temptations are all around. You can make excuses after excuses after excuses. And I know they're easy to do, but that's not going to get you to your goal. It's certainly not going to end the year strong. If you don't do anything intentionally with the next 60 days, friends, I'm afraid that not only are you going to stay the same, but you're going to slip backwards and you're going to get deeper into that, I'm just going to call it a hole. Whatever you're working on and trying to surmount and get above, if you do nothing differently, you will stay there. So whether it's weight loss, whether it's changing some healthy habits, whether it's some business goals that you've got, you really can use these strategies I'm about to share with you. Actually, it's one strategy without having to add to your already busy list, right? You've got to-do lists. I know it, and I know they're going to get longer. I'm not crazy. I live in this busy world too. And I don't want to offer you something that is overwhelming and something that can't be done in your already organized but busy, maybe even chaotic life. So I want to share with you that it's not what you do and know that matters. It's what you execute and integrate into your life. So I often tell my clients, we can do our way out of anything. We can know our way out of anything, meaning you know a lot of information, and because you know it so well and you believe it and you talk about it, you can kind of know your way out of doing it. Common example in my practice is journaling. Everybody who works with me knows journaling is helpful. They tell me why it's helpful, and then they also tell me why they can't do it and why they aren't doing it. So they know their way out of doing something. I'm using that as just a general example, but we can do it with anything. I do it with meditation. I'm embarrassed to tell you this, but I have wanted meditation to be on my priority list for the last 2 years. So I know the benefits. I've practiced it enough to experience the benefits, and yet I still haven't gotten into a habit of making time for meditation daily. So I share that with you because that's something I'm always working on. And quite frankly, that's going to be something I'm working and implementing into this busy schedule of mine. As it's coming and the holidays are coming and there's more obligations out there, my mind is going to be racing more. That's the exact time that I need to center and re-energize and refocus with meditation. So for me, that's going to be my focus in the next 60 days. What's yours? And what I'd like to share with you in this strategy is nothing that you need to add to the list. So you're not taking in a new exercise routine. You're not following deprivational food plans. You're not adding more times at the gym. Do what you do regularly. But this strategy is a mindset. So here's the thing. The first part of the strategy is to recognize where you're holding yourself back. And by that I mean, what excuses are you making? Recognize which of the excuses you use the most, okay? You may not know it off the top of your head, but think through the conversations you've had with friends. Think through the reasons you've used for not going to the gym, or not getting up early like you anticipated, or not going to bed on time like you promised yourself. Think of the things you've said to yourself, or the things you've used to say to other people. Quite frankly, those are excuses. It's a choice you made, whether to do it or not, right? Recognize the excuse. Identify which one is the most frequent. And then intentionally look for it in your day. So the first part of the strategy is really not to do anything differently than what you already do, but to intentionally go into your day listening for the ways you're holding yourself back. So there could be negative self-talk going on. There could be beliefs that are actually limiting you from moving forward. There could be excuses that you believe are reasons, but truly, they're holding you back from your goals. So that's the first thing. The second thing, once you've identified which one of those excuses you use probably the most or the most routinely, is to commit to action. Excuses avoid action. Excuses allow you to lie to yourself. So the second part of the strategy is to commit to being a person of integrity. Integrity to yourself. Commit to being accountable. Accountable to you, because your goals matter, right? Commit to taking action. And that's the hard part. I know you know what you want to eat, what you should be eating, how you should be moving, what healthy lifestyle changes you want to make. I even know you know how to run your business. But are you doing it? Are you taking action? That's where the rubber hits the road. You can tell me how many carbs, how many proteins, how many grams of fat is in your plate, but until you take action and choose to eat less of that and move more, your knowledge is nothing. So commit to taking action. And it's tough when you're in the moment and there's temptation there, right? And that's when those excuses come in my head. It's like, it's Halloween. I wasn't going to eat some candy. But, what's one day? What's one more little piece of candy? They're not even a full-size candy bar. It's a snack size. If you notice how some of those snack sizes have now become bite sizes? So I know that's to save the manufacturer money. In my little head, I'm going, it's only a bite. It's not even a snack. That was my negative self-talk. Those were my excuses last night. So what did I do this morning? I took some action. I decided today's the day for healthier eating, for cleaner eating. So when you start hearing what I was hearing last night, identify it for what it is. It's an excuse. It's not helping you move forward, but you can create conversation in your head that does move you forward, right? So when you hear your excuse, you've got some options, and plan ahead for them. Plan what you're going to say to your excuse. So you've got an excuse playing in your head. You can kind of hold up your hand and say, yeah, I'm a person of action. And do you know that every action you take has two outcomes? It either moves you towards your goal or it moves you away from your goal. So what's the goal you've got for these 60 days? How do you want to feel when you wake up January 1st? I know you don't want to feel disappointed in yourself. I know you don't want to feel achy and bloated and like a truck ran over you. You want to feel in control. You want to feel that you stayed true to your word and you held yourself accountable. So catching the excuses now in the moment will help you do that. Your goal is important. What you want most is more important than what you want at the moment. Think about that. When you are being tempted and almost tormented by the candy in the bowl or the meal that's spread out on the buffet table, notice I give all food references. You can have any challenge that's facing you. When you're tempted in the moment, ask yourself a question. Will this choice I make move me toward the goal, or is it going to move me away from the goal? Don't lose what you want most for a flash in the moment. You don't have to. Every moment counts. Small steps add up to big goals. You've got 60 days. You don't have to think of it as, ugh, I only have 60 days. I can't even get a handle on it. I'll figure it out later. That's holding you back, people. You don't have to do that. So I urge you, think about how you want to feel January 1st. You don't need to set a New Year's resolution from further back. How would it feel to set a new goal in January knowing that you were pretty spot on these last 60 days? Pretty awesome, right? You've got complete control over the behaviors you choose. I totally get that there's a lot in life that we don't have control over. A lot. But what do you have control over? Recognize your excuses. Commit to action. And recognize what you have control over. You absolutely can live fully this holiday season. And you can feel healthy. And you can feel energetic. I hope this was helpful today. If you'd like some more information, check out the website. I'll put a link to it at the bottom of this. livingfullybalanced.com is where you'll find more information about strategies and tools and systems that a lot of women are using to live fully balanced. I'd love to have you there. I also would love to welcome you to my upcoming cohort. The Complete Living Fully Balanced program is starting in another week or two. If you're thinking about wanting to dig in and do more and feel more energetic, I welcome you to talk to me. There's a webinar coming up. I'm working on it now. I'm totally stoked about bringing it to you. So I will make sure you get a link to that on my Facebook page as well as on my website. It'll be out in about a week, maybe a little less, and it's going to be an hour of completely free content on how to live balanced, with ease, with confidence, losing weight and keeping it off permanently. I'm totally stoked to bring it to you, especially at this season. Looking forward to staying in touch. Thanks for joining me on this balanced lunch break, and I will see you next Tuesday around noon Central Time. Bye-bye.